guest this morning is the brand new Executive Director of the Titusville Area Chamber of Commerce. We have Rebecca Saintz joining us. Good morning, Rebecca. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see you, too. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, before we get into all the chamber stuff, let's learn a little bit about you. Who is Rebecca Saintz?
Well, I grew up in Titusville. I went to Titusville schools, graduated in 2006 from Titusville High School. I married Sam Saintz. He's in the Air Force. We did move away. We were away for about 12 years, and then we moved back to the area. We've lived in Pittsburgh the last couple years, but I've always wanted to move back to Titusville. I love Titusville, and I wanted to bring my children back here. They actually just started their first day today at Titusville Schools,
wow.
So they're very excited, a little nervous, but we'll see how their first day goes. They'll do great.
What grades?
So my oldest, Abby, she's 14. She's a freshman. And then Trevor's 12. He's in 6th grade at the middle school. And then we have Adam, who's in kindergarten at the ECLC.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Are they excited?
Oh, they're very excited,
Okay.
yes. They love school, so I have that going for me.
Wow, that's great.
Yes.
That's great. So you found out about this opportunity, and what made you say, I think I'm the one that can do this?
During my time as a military spouse, I did do a lot of volunteer work with the local community as well as on base with a lot of military families. And I, did a lot of fundraising. I did a lot of different events, and I absolutely loved it. And I haven't been able to do that the last few years. So when I saw this job opening, I jumped on it, and I was like, I don't know if I'll get it, but I'm going to try anyway. And I had a couple of interviews. They went great, and here I am.
That's
I got the
wonderful.
job, so I'm very excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
There's probably a lot to take in, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh, so much.
When did you officially find out that you were going to take over?
I don't know the exact date. It was like a week, maybe 2 weeks before Christmas.
Okay.
So, yeah. And living in Pittsburgh, I knew, during... between Christmas and New Year's, we'd have to move, and it was just a lot to take in all at once. But we're still not completely moved up here. Our apartment's still under construction, so that's still in the works. But we're here, and the kids are in school, and I'm working, and so maybe this weekend we'll kind of
one step at a time.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah. So that sounds overwhelming, and then on top of that,
yes.
it's like, oh, by the way, here you go.
Yes.
Learn and do everything.
Another thing, though, I kind of thrive when I have a lot going on and I'm very busy. I love to be busy. I love being out and about and dealing with a lot of people, and just so I have that going for me too.
Yeah, that's great.
So far so good. It is a lot to take in, a lot of information. But Amanda, my assistant, is absolutely wonderful, and she knows everything there is to know, and she is great to have. She's been helping me a lot, and Boo was also there. I did work with her a few days before I officially took over. She was a great help, so I'm thankful for that as well.
How much of it right now is just kind of feeling everything out and then kind of waiting for those moments to inject your ideas, or, to kind of maybe come at it a different way? Is it just you're still kind of feeling everything out?
Yeah, so January is kind of a slow month. We're still kind of in that winter season, I guess. So everybody's telling me I came in at a really good time, because I have a whole month to kind of get to know everything.
Sure.
And kind of go through the archives and see what we did in the past, what can I bring back, and new ideas and everything. So we don't really jump into full swing until probably February. We have a lot of great events coming up this year. We just went over the calendar. And so our first big event isn't until April, so we'll probably get started on that beginning of February. But until then, I'm just kind of getting into...
It sounds like you're somebody who really thrives on... you mentioned getting a lot thrown at you and
Yes.
handling that. But this is a position where every day could be different.
Yes.
So you must really love that aspect of it too.
I do. Yeah, so I get to go out. I love that I get to go out and to the local businesses and see people, doing what they love to do, and just being a part of that, and just meeting people that way, as well as being in the office and doing that stuff as well. But it is different from day to day, and I love that.
Do you think your perspective is going to help a lot of folks where you mentioned you raised here, right? You moved away,
Yeah.
and now you're back. So there's that, when people are always like, I always envision, somebody coming into a business and, the business owner's like, where are you from? Oh, we're from so-and-so and we just moved here.
Yeah.
People saying, why would you move here? Instead of
Right.
saying, well, what brought you here?
Yeah.
I think sometimes we tend to forget we have some great assets right here.
Right.
And we should appreciate that.
Yes.
But it sounds like you're going to have that perspective. So when they're calling and saying, should we come back for Oil Festival? Should we come back for this? Or should we do... You're going to be like, well, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of history here in our small little town. And I think it's really important to share that with the world. And I think from personal experience, I think moving away for so long, I mean, I was away for 12, 13 years. I always miss Titusville. I miss the small town feel. I don't like living in big cities. And I always wanted to come back. I always wanted to bring my kids back here. I want them to kind of grow up in Titusville and get to know the town like I did and just be really proud of where they come from. So I think it's really important to keep our local businesses strong, to do whatever we can to support them and keep them going because they are really the heart of Titusville. They're the ones that bring the people in. They're a huge part of our revenue, bringing people in from out of town. They're spending their money here and holding big events that bring people back. Because a lot of people do move away. I mean, it is a small town. There's not many jobs, but we can always do something to bring jobs back in. And I think if we work together, there's a strong possibility we can be bigger and better and stronger. And it just takes time and energy.
And some energy, yes.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's a great network, too, and you may have met these folks last month at the Joint Chamber event.
Yes.
But you got those crazy chamber directors, Susan Williams and Krista Lundy, and the excitement that they bring to their jobs.
Yes, they were very welcoming. I can't wait to get together with them. I would love to get together, all of us, and do lunch or something sometime. I know they want to get together individually too, but yes, they were very welcoming, very sweet. I can't wait to get to know them a little bit better and work together with them. It's going to be great.
Well, let's get into some of the things that you're going to be working on this year, and some of these things involve committees and different boards that you're going to be speaking to. But I'm guessing the annual chamber dinners, the one event you're talking about in April.
Yes, so that's coming up on April 20th. It's out at Cross Creek. That's my first big event that I'll be working on. And then we have a lot of different events throughout the year. We have our free enterprise luncheon, which is at the beginning of May. Our volunteer recognition luncheon is in May as well. The chamber golf outing, that's always a big fundraiser for us, and from what I can tell, a lot of fun. So I'm excited to be a part of that this year. That's on June 21st out at Cross Creek as well. We have our wine walk, the community yard sale, Oil Fest, of course, and the parade. Titusville Day at the Crawford County Fair, Light Up Night in Shidey Park, and the Santa Parade. Home for the holidays, and then, of course, the chamber mixer that's always in December every year. Also, we're always looking for volunteers. And I don't think a lot of people realize that they can volunteer, but we'll take anyone. If you want to volunteer, we have a lot of different events, a lot of different things that you can help us do. And the more volunteers we have, the better. Everything kind of runs a little more smoothly when we have a lot of helping hands. So we would really, really appreciate as many volunteers as we can get. You can pick up a form at the chamber in our office. I am trying to get like a QR code or some sort of link put up on our website, as well as our Facebook page as well. But if you want to stop in the office, come and see me. I'll make you a cup of coffee. We can sit and chat or whatever. I'm always open for that as well. And then another thing I wanted to discuss is we do a gift certificate program, which I also don't know if a lot of people know about. But when businesses become a member, they have the option to take part of our gift certificate program. And we do have a list of, it looks like about 30 businesses that are a part of it. But you can purchase these gift certificates at the chamber. And there is a whole list, I'll just hold it up here, of businesses that participate. I know Barron's Tree Service is one of them. Save a Lot. The veterinary clinic. There's a lot of great businesses. And when you get these gift certificates, I think they can be written in any amount. But the person that receives the gift certificate can spend them at any one of these businesses, which I think is amazing.
It's great support. And
Yeah,
I know during the
definitely.
holiday season, we're always saying, support, your small businesses, but that applies the rest of the year.
Yeah,
as well,
these are great
so.
for any occasion. And it is a really great way to support these local businesses for sure.
Let's do this real quick. You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream Television and on Armstrong's Neighborhood Channel and listening to it on the Allegheny News Talk Sports Network. Rebecca Saintz with us here this morning, Executive Director of the Titusville Area Chamber of Commerce. And, you mentioned all these events. I'm sure you're not sitting back going, okay, Oil Fest, that's 8 months down the road, or the Santa Parade, that's 11 months down the road. They're going to come pretty quickly.
Oh,
They?
yes. We start planning for these events months in advance. Yes. And we're always looking for volunteers. So if you want to volunteer for, Oil Fest or something, now's the time to get that form filled out, because we like to compile a list of volunteers way before an event, so that we can kind of let you know what's going on, because there's a lot of prep work also. So if we need some helping hands, down at the office or whatever, putting together pamphlets, I'm honestly still learning what all is involved in planning these events. But if we ever need a volunteer, that way we'll have the list ready to go, and we can kind of give people a call and get the help when we need it.
So like Oil Festival, for example, is there committee meetings coming up to discuss themes and all of that?
There is. So I'm not 100% sure of the meetings, but we do have committees for Oil Fest, Wine Walk, and things like that we're still trying to build.
Have you gotten any phone calls yet? I know it's the second week of the year here, but any phone calls from folks who have said, hey, what are the dates for these events over the summer? We're making plans. We want to.
Yes, we've had some phone calls, especially from the vendors for Wine Walk. And we've been getting letters in the mail. Like I said, we plan way in advance for these things, and businesses are already calling and sending us letters and stuff, trying to get an idea of what to expect. So yeah, I'm just jumping right in.
Yeah, that's great. How much did you, before you applied, or maybe after you applied, did you go back and look at all the things that the chamber has done over the years?
Oh yes, I did a lot of research, especially after my first interview. When I found out there was a second interview, I did a lot of research, and it's just amazing. What all the chamber does for the local community, and I'm just so excited to be a part of it. I just can't wait to get started.
You mentioned excited to go out and visit with businesses. Is it just having those conversations with them, learning about what they do, figuring out ways that the chamber can help a business?
Yeah, definitely. My big thing is being new, I want to know what's working, what we can improve on. I'm actually getting together right now. Amanda and I are working on a member survey that we're going to be sending out to all of our members. I think we have right now 194 members total. I want that number to grow, but I also want to get this survey out to our current members just to see what's working. And that way because I want to help them in any way that I can. And if they have any suggestions, you can always email me, give me a call at the office. I'm always willing to listen and to learn and hopefully get some new ideas as to how I can help our local businesses. It's a two-way street. If you have any questions or concerns or whatever, my door is always open.
So the chamber newsletter, you said you were there in December, but I'm sure January, it'll be the February newsletter, is going to be the one that begins with your input on it, right?
Yes.
Do you see that as a way to also, will continue to help the members and promote the chamber activities?
Yeah, absolutely. So our monthly newsletter, as being a member, you can send us anything. if you're having a sale, if you have some sort of flyer or something that you want to share for an event coming up or anything like that, our members email all of that stuff to us or send it to us through the mail. And we include all of that in our monthly flyer. That is a big thing that we try and sell with the membership. It's a great way to advertise and promote your business. So we do encourage you to send us any information that you'd like us to include in that newsletter. So yeah, Amanda works really hard on that. She puts a lot of work into that newsletter, and I've seen it over the last week or so, and she's just fantastic. She does a great job.
And you kind of mentioned there too, if businesses have things going on, it's a great way to promote those events, right? By getting it into the chamber newsletter. Yeah,
definitely. And we always, whenever we get something like that, a flyer or anything, we always put it on our website as well, and our Facebook page. So, and we try and update that daily, whenever we get a chance or whenever we receive any new information.
So, of all the events that you've looked at when you've coming into this position, is there one that really stands out to you? One that you're really excited about?
I'm really excited about Oil Fest. I have attended Oil Fest I don't know how many times, and it is amazing. I absolutely love it. There's so much going on, and I'm excited to finally get to be a part of it and kind of see the behind-the-scenes action. And so I'm a little nervous. It is a big event, but I'm excited to be hands-on and kind of throw out my own ideas and just see how everything kind of unfolds. So that'll be really exciting.
You mentioned, bringing the family back. Are there activities around here that you're really excited to get the kids involved in?
Oh, yes. So my daughter is going to be playing soccer. So they're really big into soccer and baseball and softball.
I know somebody.
So, yeah?
Yeah. I'll tell you later.
Okay. So, yes, they're excited to be involved in the sports in the area. And then they also really want to be involved and volunteer with some of the events and stuff. They've already started coming up with ideas. They want to decorate the front window of the chamber. So they're going to be decorating that for Valentine's Day. So they're excited about that too. But yeah, I'm really excited to get them involved. They also like to volunteer and be involved and just out with the community like their mom. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So do you have sort of the list of things you want to tackle this month, or has it been, well, here's some things, but I know there's a lot of other things that are going to pop up?
Yes. So I'm always taking notes. I'm always making lists. I actually have a whole list of things that I want to get done for today.
Oh, good.
So it's a lot of information. We did have like a board retreat on Saturday where we just got the board together and we just went over, the events for the year, what we need to do, what's coming up, and that was great. I mean, we went over a lot of really great information. And so I have just like lists and lists of things that I want to accomplish this week, people I need to get a hold of, and it's just a lot. It's ongoing. But I love it. I love to be busy. I love to talk to people, so I'm looking forward to it.
That just means it's going to be a really fast year.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. We'll see.
It'll go fast.
Yeah.
We'll have this conversation in December, and you'll be like, I don't know.
Oh, my gosh, what happened? I blinked, and it's over.
Yeah, we're gone. Well, Rebecca, congratulations.
Thank you.
All the best. And we'll be catching up with you every Monday. We appreciate it.
Definitely. Yeah, I can't wait.
If folks have any questions, they want to come in and have a cup of coffee and meet with you, how do they reach you?
So that's a great question.
Right off. They can call the chamber, right?
Yes, you can call the chamber. Okay. You can talk to me there. You can stop in. Yeah, just stop in anytime. I'm always there. 8 to 4 Monday through Thursday. Right now, we are still currently closed on Fridays. So
good luck.
Yeah.